Welcome back to AT Math. Today, 2.2, solving equations by multiplying or dividing. Well, let's take a quick second to remember last section, which was adding and subtracting. Same idea here as before. Instead of plus 7, we're going to minus 7. Minus 7 to one side, minus 7 to the other. So we're minus 7 here, giving us just the x, and 20 minus 7, giving us 13. How do you know that? You stick 13 back in. Does 13 plus 7 equal 20? Yes, it does. Pretty straightforward. Now, when you multiply or divide, you're basically doing the same thing. Think of 7x as 7 times x, or more likely, x times 7. So ask yourself, what's the opposite of times 7? And the answer is divide by 7. Well, you divide 7 by one side, you divide it by the other. And 21 divided by 7 is 3. Now try these. You have 4x equals 64, 3x equals 51, and 18x equals 324. So go ahead and divide each of those to find what x is. Let's see how you did. Hopefully you divided by 4 to both sides and got x equals 16. Divide by 3 each time equals x equals 17. Divide by 18 each time equals x equals 18. So the answers are 16, 17, 18. And yes, I did that on purpose. Okay, that was easy. Now when you have this, you have x over 4 equals 10. Well, just think of it like x divided by 4. So what's the opposite of divide by 4? And hopefully you say times 4. Times 4 to one side, times 4 to the other. The divide 4 and times 4 cancel each other out. So that goes away, leaving just the x. And over here, 10 times 4 makes 40. If you prefer, you can just do it like this. Times 4, these cancel out, x equals 40. This is a method that if you get used to, it really helps. Now try this. N divided by 7 equals 12, S divided by 13 equals 2, and R divided by 23 equals 11. Go ahead at this time, give it a try. Let's see, times 7 to both sides, hopefully you got 84 for the first one. Times 13 to both sides, hopefully you got 26. Times 23 to both sides, and I'm going to say you get 253. By the way, plug all these numbers in. Does 84 divided by 7 give you 12? Does 26 divided by 13 equal 2? And does 253 divided by 23 equal 11? If they all do, you know you're right. Now for those ugly fractions. 1/2 d equals 20. But look at it this way. Think of it as 1 divided by 2. Ask yourself this question. What's the opposite of divide by 2? And hopefully you get times 2. Times 2 to one side, times 2 to the other. So times 2 and divide by 2 cancel, leaving just 1d or d. And then the times 2 over here could be times 2 on one side, you got times 2 on the other. 20 times 2 is 40. Now you try, go ahead. Hopefully you got times 3 to both sides, so hopefully you got 24. You times 6 to both sides, this becomes 90. And you times 9 to both sides, this becomes 72. Finally, if you have a fraction with a number in the denominator and numerator, do this. There's a couple ways to do it. I'm going to show you what I think is best, which is, first of all, get rid of the denominator. So instead of divide by 3, I'm going to times by 3 to both sides. This knocks out the 3 here, and you times the 3 over here. Now it's still 2x, or 2 times x, but then instead of times 2, you're going to divide by 2. Divide 2 to one side, divide 2 to the other, and you're going to get x equals 9. Go ahead and give them a try at this time. Pause me. Let's see how you did. I'm going to times 5 to both sides, so 18 times 5 is 90, which gets rid of this, which gives me 3d. Divide by 3 to both sides, I get d equals 30. First, I times 7 to both sides, get rid of this guy. 5x equals, well, let's see, 140 and 35. I'm going to say 175. And divide both sides by 5. X equals 35, I believe. Let's see, 150 and 25, yep. And finally, times 10 to both sides, 360. Divide by 6 equals 60. By the way, there's a shortcut if you want. Not for everybody. But since I'm going to times and divide, and I know I'm going to do this, it really doesn't matter what particular order I go in. So instead of having to times by 5 first, I could divide by 3. 18 divided by 3 is 6, times 5 is 30. 25 divided by 5 is 5, times 7 is 35. And 36 divided by 6 is 6, times 10 is 60. Whichever way is better for you. And that's it. We are done. Thanks again. Talk to you later. Bye.